My name is Precious and I'm from Cameroon.
Lightnes and I'm from Tanzania.
Hello, or Jambo as the Swahili say. My name is Abdullah. I'm not born in Kenya, but I've lived my entire life there.
I'm Jouhara and I'm from Morocco.
So today we'll be teaching you how to find your way in intercultural communication and management.
We will show you how to behave and present yourself in each respective country.
And we will also teach you how to manage it as a society. And lastly, we will be showing you the do's and don'ts and hoping to make from you cultural experts.
So let's start the learning experience.
Okay, so when it comes to my country's hierarchical structure, which is Ghana, the people who are very rich, like politicians and all those people, they are highly respected, but also the people who have good qualifications are also highly respected as well. Now, Ghanaians have a sense of humor and they enjoy telling jokes a lot. So it's more preferable not to tell a joke back because they do that to simply cool down the atmosphere. Ghanaians have an indirect style of communication, so basically they might not know what to think, especially when they are talking to someone in a higher position in power. In Ghana's culture, greetings are very important. So the best thing to always do when you go for a meeting or meet someone outside is to extend your right hand for greeting and then your left hand behind your back to avoid any sign of disrespect. Okay, so my advice for you is always to be on time for business meetings. Keep an eye contact with your business partner because it gives an impression of giving attention to your business partner and also a sign of respect. And lastly, in Ghana, the most used language is English. Now, two things to keep in mind. One is to avoid being too familiar and to remain formal to create a good relationship.
I will explain to you the intercultural communication and management styles of the Kenyans. For an international student or someone who desires to live and work in Kenya, it is essential for you to know the Kenyan culture. Ghanaians and Kenyans are similar in regarding to their communication. They are indirect communicators as they often seek to avoid conflict and confrontation. Indirect communication is a form of communication that tends to rely less on words and more on non-verbal behaviors to draw meaning. In Kenyan business culture, titles are very important. People address one another by their professional, honorific, or academic titles, followed by their surname. Education level is highly regarded in the business culture. Regardless of one's work experience, the person with higher education will be highly respected. Business meetings in Kenya often take long as everyone is expected to contribute to the meeting. English is widely spoken throughout the whole country as it is the second national language of Kenya. Now, the communication style of Kenya is that they speak in a more converse and friendly manner. This is because they are taught from a young age that they should respect hierarchy, they should defer to elders and superiors, and that they have to speak in a deliberate manner. Their words are considerate and they contemplate with what they will say, ensuring their words that are considerate. Conversations are often interjected with humor and laughter. The appropriacy of conversation mainly depends on the conversation partners. Non-verbal communication. Kenyans generally do not consider it to be rude to stand close to another's personal space, but physical contact is usually kept to a minimum. Eye contact. Most Kenyans, especially from urban areas, they engage in direct eye contact. This is a way of showing honesty and interest. Kenyans tend to laugh all the time, even if the conversation is not humorous. They always have to keep a smile. This is how their culture is defined.
partners, there are obviously a couple of rules. So the main one would be the language. So even though Arabic is the official one, French is the most used language to maintain business in and to discuss business topics and meetings. French is not mastered, and it is highly recommended to make use of an interpreter. Another side note would be that personal space is not highly recommended, in the sense that you should not be taken aback that your business partner comes up to you, touches your arm, hugs you, or gives you a very firm handshake with a kiss on the cheek, even done so between men. Don't be shocked if Moroccan people can come over as very loudly, very enthusiastic, but that just is simply a sign of how they think about your inputs, and is generally a positive sign. So on the other hand, things of not to do would be, and I cannot emphasize this enough, is by not harming their general sense of honor. How can you do that? Just by criticizing their ideas openly, by taking into account your individualistic ambitions and putting them in front of the collective goals. So those are the main things to avoid and to do to make your business deal in Morocco a success.
So, I'm here to emphasize more on how to do business in Cameroon. Firstly, the hierarchical structure of Cameroon. More respect is being given to those who have more money or those who are more wealthy in the society than those who have experience. So if you're coming to Cameroon to do business, you have to create good connection or good links or create good bonds with those who are considered as more wealthy, or those who have the top government ranks in the society. Like, if you create a good relationship with them, they're gonna help you to see how to run your business smoothly in our country. I'll give you more tips on how to do business in Cameroon with regards to communication styles. Firstly, greetings is so much required, especially shaking of hands and kissing of the cheeks when walking into a business room, a business meeting, or something like that. Like, if you meet a business partner, you have to talk to him nicely, you have to be all respectful, you have to greet him like, yeah, hello, you shake the hands and give a hug, or give kisses on the cheeks, and yeah, and all that, because that shows more unity, it shows love, and especially it shows respect. Then there are some things you shouldn't do when doing business in Cameroon. Like, for example, you don't look your business partner eyeball to eyeball, like you don't have eye contact with your business partner, because that shows disrespect and more like, yeah, I'm bigger than you, I have more money than you and stuff. So you have to be all submissive, you have to be all good, and you have to be all loyal and respectful. Putting into consideration that Cameroon is a bilingual country, so you have to make sure you know the language English and French. To be able to have a successful business, you must also be bilingual, so your business can run smoothly. You can know how to talk with your employees, you can know how to talk with your employers, and stuff like that.
In Tanzania, the more wealthy you are, the more respect you gain. Be also aware of that. Age matters. On the more general level, if you go to Tanzania, to greeting people is so important. Like, you have to greet them, people, even if you don't know the people you don't know. Like, it sounds like respect. You respect them by greeting them, and especially the people who are the olders, like older than you. You have to say hi to them. Let's give a good impression on doing business in Tanzania. Communication is the key, and you need to know how to communicate with certain people, especially with your employees. You need to communicate it with them really friendly and polite. To create a good relationship like in Tanzania, you choose supposed to be sociable, open, and also you have to try to not make eye contact to the people who are in higher management and the older people. When you see them, try to not like show like the eye contact. When they talking to you, maybe say, yes, I understand it clear, and try to follow them, but not to interrupt them.
So we want you to remember that every country has their own culture, and it's always best to get some information about the country before getting in, and also obey their rules.
And of course, it's also easy to forget that discovering new cultures is also discovery of differences, but also likeness. So we thank you very much for your attention.
And we hope you enjoyed this video.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.